Being a funeral director has taught me that you have to enjoy every day. You've got to let the little things go, and pretty much everything's a little thing. Nothing really matters once you've experienced a loss, but it has definitely taught me to put things in perspective and enjoy life. When I go home from a hard day, I hug my husband, hug my daughter, play with my pets.
If no one ever died, then life wouldn't mean as much. But it does end. So you have to recognize that, you have to appreciate that, and really bring a value to that.
I chose to be a funeral director quite simply because of life experiences that I had had. I was not in funeral service. Some tragic things that happened in my life, to people that I was very close with. So I decided to learn more about grief and the healing process, and that led me to funeral service.
To be a good funeral director, I feel that the person should know for sure that they are called to be a funeral director. And they need to check their motives, why you wish to become a funeral director. This is not a career where you will have hours from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You will work on weekends. You will work past those 8 hours. Funeral service requires a lot of time.
Funeral directing is a calling. You don't just wake up one day and look in the guidance counselor's book of job opportunities. You have to experience it, you have to see the magic that's done, and you have to know that I want to be a part of that.
To be a good funeral director, you definitely need to be understanding, flexible, patient, but I think you have to be true to yourself, and you have to be real. I think families really appreciate someone they're comfortable with and they can trust and they can talk to.
When someone loses a loved one, ultimately you have to make that phone call. Certainly my hope would be that when you make that phone call, you've already made your decision, and you're going to call that trusted colleague or that trusted friend, somebody you know that's going to simply take that burden of weight off of you and to help you through that most difficult time.
One of the things I love about funeral service is you're really a part of the community. There are a lot of jobs that you go into your building, you go into your office, you sit at your desk, and it's a very narrow occupation. Funeral service, we are out in the communities, we are involved with different organizations, different groups, we're encouraged to be so. It's a rare day that you go in the door and don't come out for 8 hours.
The funeral home is not just a building, it's a part of a living, breathing society.
I think it's a wonderful thing that you can serve in a small community where you know the people, and I think that helps you take care of them better. You know their needs, and sometimes you know their struggles, and I think that helps us work with them better and serve them better.
I think something that would surprise people about our job as funeral directors is the fact that it's not always doom and gloom. There can be a lot of happy times, a lot of healing that goes along with, coming to the funeral home and having services.
We have a great sense of humor. We love cracking jokes, even though we do that when the family's not in the building. But we just love to have a good time. So people thinking the funeral home is always quiet, you can't smile, you can't laugh. Funeral directors, we know how to have a good time.
I think a lot of people are surprised that a young woman is a funeral director for sure. I came into a male-dominated field, and my father and his partner before him, and then his father before him.
There's a young man, he's in his 40s right now. He's working with us. He was interested in becoming a funeral director, so I said, come work part-time. And that would be my strongest recommendation. If this is something you're thinking about doing, go get a job at a funeral home. There are part-time jobs at funeral homes. There are things you can do, and see if it really is something that interests you.
I'm a first-generation funeral director. There's not one person in my family that's a funeral director.
Funeral directing has the ability to transform you. It has the ability to give you an understanding truly of what life is and what life isn't. It's that perspective that you truly have to live each day to the fullest. For anybody who likes to help people, a career in funeral service might be for you.